In order to access the MyProcare configuration wizard, you will need to be signed in as a system supervisor. From the main screen of Family Data and Accounting, MyProcare has its own button, and the Setup Wizard is at the bottom of the list. The first screen you see is a basic welcome screen, welcoming you to the MyProcare wizard, and also reminding you that just like every other screen in Procare, you can click the small question mark in the upper right corner for more detailed instructions on the Procare support website. The first time you come to this general settings screen, it will probably be blank. If you click Load School, it will bring in the contact information for the location you're logged into. If you choose to show the school address, that will display it online when your parents log in. If you say false, it will not show your school address. Text networks can now be installed in the MyProcare Setup Wizard. This is helpful to the center because in the registration form, parents can set themselves up on your text messaging network by entering their cell phone provider. They can also log in as existing parents and enter or change their cell phone provider so they can stay on your text network. Once you click the button, download and update if you do not already have them installed, and then click Save and Exit. On the Current Families page, this is where you will enable the link so that your existing families can log into MyProcare. We'll choose True and Next. In the General Settings page here, you can choose True to enable the notifications for when a family updates their phone number or address online. Whatever email address you enter in the notification email box is where the notification will go that your parent has updated some information. Parent limits is similar to user group limits when you create a new user in Procare. You can tell MyProcare what you want your parents to see or not see. For example, if you're not using child schedules, you may choose to hide that button when they log in as existing parents. Scheduling is an additional feature that will be covered separately. On the New Family Sign-Up page, you will choose True if you want to enable the link for your registration form. In the general settings for the New Family Sign-Up, we're going to start at the top at Import, Interaction, and Moderation. This is how your families are brought into Procare. You have three options. If you choose to use the import screen, which is what I recommend, the families will sit there once they've submitted their registration until you go and tell Procare it's okay to bring them in. If you choose mostly automatic, Procare will automatically import them unless it recognizes that something might be duplicated. If you choose fully automatic, Procare will automatically import them and will ignore the possibility of duplicates. You may end up with some duplicated accounts. Once the parent submits their registration form online, they will get a summary email. If you say True to add a parent signature line, it will add an additional line at the bottom, letting them know that once they've confirmed the information is correct, they need to print, sign, and bring that physical copy back to the center. If you say false, they will still get that summary email, it just won't have that signature line at the bottom. The notification email in this screen is where you want the notification that a new registration has been submitted. And the customer feedback email is so that your customers in the registration process can submit questions about your registration form or feedback about it. Question Manager is covered separately, and we'll visit that another time. In the account settings screen, the first thing you'll do is choose your account key format. You only have two options in MyProcare, the last name and first initial or last name only. If you're using something different than one of these two options, that's fine. You can change that in the import screen before you bring the family in, or you can change it in the edit account screen once you've imported the family. The account import date is a required field. It's a user-defined field. The very first time you come through the configuration wizard, the system will create this user-defined field for you, and then we'll assign it when you import the family. Follow-up tracking is not required. However, the system will also create this field if you would like to use it. We do recommend setting this to true. This will allow you to import a group of families and then filter your account list and look for families that still have this item assigned. They may still need to turn in some important forms or something else before their registration is considered complete. And this allows you to filter out those families and only look for the ones that are still missing something. At the bottom of this screen, you can choose to hide the account on import or add an alert message. These do set defaults for all of the accounts that you bring in, so I don't recommend saying true to hide the account on import. It will import all of your accounts as hidden if you say true. I'm going to choose false, and I'm also not going to add an alert message. These are items that can be set individually at the import screen. And if you set them here, again, it will set a default for all of the accounts that are coming in. On the child settings screen for a new family sign up, again, the child import date is a required field, and the first time you come into the wizard, it will create that field for you. The follow-up tracking for the child is not necessary if you've already said that you want to follow up on the account level settings. However, if you're tracking something specific related to the child, then you may choose to enter true here as well. Enrollment status and primary classroom in the bottom of the screen are similar to the hide account on import and alert message on the account screen. If you set something here, it will set a default for every account that you're bringing in. If you have something you want to use as a default, for example, pre-registered or waiting list, then that's fine. You may choose to have something in this screen. And similar with primary classroom. Not everybody's going to come in with the same classroom, but if you have something set up for those families that you're importing until you decide where they're going to go, then you might assign that as a default classroom. I'm going to leave these blank for today's demonstration. Next is the review screen, just a brief summary of the settings that you've set up so far. You can reconfigure this as many times as you need to. You'll just go through the settings again, change what you want, and then click Save, and it will save the new settings. When you click Complete, it again reminds you that the top right corner has that question mark that'll take you directly to the support site and give you more information about MyProcare.